Hey guys, welcome all the way from Puerto Rico. We're shooting this video training live. If you've been watching the previous videos and you've noticed there's a serious difference between the background and the scenery, that's because we lost a lot of our media right before I went on my trip to Puerto Rico, and so I'm shooting all of it again here from the beautiful island. So you might be seeing some videos that are in my apartment in Atlanta and then others that are here. I apologize for that. Tech was definitely not on our side, but that's okay because the show must go on. In this video, we're going to be learning how to create that content library. And what I mean is, you know how you send a ton of social media posts and then you only post them one time, maybe on Facebook or on Instagram or on Pinterest or even, Twitter. It's really important that you're saving all of those posts because they should be published more than one time. And I'm going to show you a very simple way to set up not a media library, I would say it's called a content library, so that you can recycle your posts and never run out of posts ever again. Now, if you already have Meet Edgar, which is a great scheduling tool for social media platforms, then you don't need this because Edgar actually does this for you. Now, Edgar is a little bit pricey depending on your budget. You might think it's pricey, you might not. It's about $50 a month. I love it. It's amazing. It's an amazing tool because it keeps recycling your content so that you can post it more than one time, which is the strategy you should be using. But if you use a different tool like I do, I use GoSchedule for most of my social media posts, or you just can't, justify the expense right now, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to set up a content library using Evernote, Zapier, and IFTTT. Both Zapier and IFTTT are basically trigger-based apps that can help you save your posts from Facebook into an Evernote, and then when it's time to schedule more content, you can just go back into your library, your content library, and pull content that you haven't published maybe for the previous month and then publish it again. I've been using this awesome strategy for my own content for the past couple of months, and I got this idea from the brilliant Shalene Johnson, so I definitely needed to give her a little shout out for that because it's not my original idea. I learned it from her and I've been implementing it and I wanted to share it with you as well. So I'm going to show you how I tweaked it so that it would serve my own sort of system and process. So I'm going to hop behind the computer and I'm going to guide you through how to set all of this up. It's very simple and it's free, which is my favorite kind of price. So I'll see you behind the computer and we'll get to it. All right. So here we are inside of IFTTT, and I wanted to show you how I use it to actually save my social media posts into Evernote. So I'm going to go over to my Evernote account, and I'm going to go to my notebooks. And in my notebooks, you're going to see here that I have Facebook Post Library. And what this does is literally it saves all of my Facebook posts into this Evernote notebook. So I have all of these in here, and when it's time to publish content once again, I can pull from all of these posts that I've already created and reuse and recycle them. So you can set this up depending on how you set up your recipe. But basically the way I have it set up is it's going to pull in the post description. I wish there was a way to kind of edit this out and have it be more organized, and there's probably ways to do it. I'm not that techy. But I've been able to just add the description here in that Evernote, as well as the URL in case I need to go ahead and pull any media from that specific library, or I want to see when it was published, etc., from that post, I should say, not that library. And then appended is also the image I used, and I can easily download it again. The way I use this is really I just hand this over to my VA and she can go in and sporadically pull content for my Facebook page, for my Twitter profile, for Pinterest, for Instagram, and that way we're keeping our content fresh, but we're not having to create new content 24/7. Of course, we're generating new content, in my blog, in my video, and we do create new Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Instagram posts, but for the majority of the time, we really just recycle the content that we've already created, and this saves tons and tons of time. Remember that people are not online when you're publishing, not everyone's online when you're publishing your social media posts, so it's important to publish them more than once. And so I'm going to show you here what my Pinterest notebook looks like. Pinterest pin library, and it's pretty much the same thing. You just have the actual pin URL. If I added a description, it's here, and then also you can download the image, and I can pick from all of these different samples. So it's really, really easy to use and simple, and I love it because of that. So I use a mix of Zapier and IFTTT, but Zapier is a little bit more techy, so I'm just going to stick with IFTTT to show you how to use this. Of course, if you don't already have an Evernote library, sorry about that, make sure you sign up for an Evernote account, and then simply create a new notebook for your first library. So in order to do that, you just click on notebooks right here, and we are going to set up a new one. We're going to name it Test Pinterest Library. And you can add here, content, just so you can reference it later. Great, and we create that notebook. Fabulous. So here's the notebook, and then we'll go over to IFTTT.com. I'm going to link all of these URLs down in the description and over on the blog, so no worries there. And then you can do one or two things. You can search for a specific recipe, or you can create your own. I recommend searching first to see if your recipe has already been created. In this case, we're just going to do Pinterest to Evernote. I've already pulled it up here, but you can search by using these keywords, Pinterest and Evernote. We're going to search for that, and then it's going to give you all of these recipes, say links to your pins in an Evernote notebook, pin image, and URL to Evernote. So links are great, but if we can have the actual image there and the URL, it makes life easier, because I don't know about you, I'm a visual person, plus we can download that image as well, so that's what we want. I'm going to click here, and I'm actually going to be able to link to this recipe directly, so you guys can have it as well. So very easy and simple. You're going to pick the board that you want to pin to, or pin from, I should say. In this case, you're going to select any board. The new pin on the board is going to have a specific title. I would not mess with this at all, just let it be. And then we're also going to have an image URL that's really important as well. And then we're going to be adding the title of our notebook. So this has to be very accurate. We have to go back to our Pinterest board and simply copy this exact title as you see it here. So it's not letting me see here. Okay, here, perfect. So I can copy it, and then I can paste it here. Great. So we have that set up. It's gonna go dark, and that's okay, don't worry about that. And we're ready to roll. So super easy. You can select to receive notifications when the recipe runs. Simply click add, and you have that recipe created. You can go over to your recipes, or my recipes here, and then you'll be able to see this specific recipe and edit it if you need to. But what we're gonna do here is actually test it. So I'm here on my Pinterest account, and I'm going to pin a new pin from my website into random board. And so we're gonna wait till that is saved here. Awesome, so that has already been saved or pinned. And then we're gonna go back to our Evernote account. We're here to our notebook, and we're going to refresh this page. If you don't see it immediately, that's okay. Give it a few minutes to see if it actually loads, and that's what we're going to do here. Perfect. So I waited about 30 seconds and then I refreshed the browser, and here is our pin. Wonderful, right? You can click on this link right over here and it's going to take you to that pin wherever it's loaded or pinned, saved, whatever you call it. And you can also download the image itself if you want to repin that Pinterest pin. And so that's how you set it up. It's very simple, effective, and very easy. You can do the same thing with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram using the same steps. I'm going to link to recipes to all of these in the actual blog in the description below and the resource section so that you can simply add these to your FTT account and start saving your social media posts to actually really make this process a whole lot easier, save lots of time, and have a good time while you do it, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a big thumbs up. Definitely leave me your comments and takeaways in the comment section below. I'd love to hear a little bit more about you and your business. Of course, you can also leave me questions there as well. And don't forget to come on over to KimberlyAnnJimenez.com/countdown and sign up for our Zilch Countdown to Zilch series. You're going to be receiving all of the videos in this series in one very convenient VIP only members area. Plus, you're going to be having some extra worksheets, some bonus trainings, and a live Q&A. I can't wait to see you inside. So come on over to KimberlyAnnJimenez.com/countdown, and I will see you in the next video. Ready to take your social media marketing from zero to stellar? Zilch to Social is here, and inside the course, I'll teach you how to get more engagement, grow your following, and get more leads. Get started right now with my free social media class over at zilchtosocial.com.